Ali, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I feel like I need more tattoos to be here today. It was pretty rock and roll.
Do you know who Eddie Kramer is?
I do now, actually. Like, I know exactly what work he's done, but I didn't know him.
Yeah, it's pretty. And truthfully, I'd known Eddie's works. I'd seen Eddie before in pictures and stuff. But it's not like I knew the entire history of the man.
Yeah.
And then just sort of having him. We went had a ton of fun over the last hour and a half. Thank you for being patient in the green room there.
Yeah, you bet, man.
And your comedy career, friend, is really like by the moment you are growing huge.
I think so. I think so.
What's that like?
And in other ways as well. I think I work on this from time to time, the gut. But it's good, man. I got moving. I grew up shitting on Toronto. That was a very big, important part of Montreal existence. I don't know why, but that's like something we all did. And then, man, this city has given me so much. Kids, 100 and I don't know how many episodes we did of Strombo, like 160 episodes of Strombo. Different like kids shows, movies, all here, all in Toronto.
Congrats!
So I owe this city.
Yeah. So, what was it like growing up in Montreal and then coming to Toronto? Are you allowed being a Leaf fan?
I'm not. No, I can't do that. I don't want to. I will. I will be happy for the team if Kessel gets traded today. Is that happening? Any word on that?
Yeah.
Is trade Kessel trending right now?
I'm hoping they don't trade him personally, but that's because I know him. Well, it's funny. I've had this thing in life. I've been doing media for 15 years, and every time I make a personal relationship with a Leaf, a Raptor, a Blue Jay, they always get fucking traded. Okay. And today, my most recent one was Gravis Vasquez. He literally was my boy, like coming over for a barbecue next week. Yeah. And now he's like, I might be in Milwaukee moving in. So
you got a place to visit in Milwaukee, I guess.
Yeah. Who wants to go to Milwaukee unless you're earning $6 million a year?
Man, last year, all right, you'll probably remember this better than I do, but there was a tweet that Kessel put out. Poor guy. And that was like because Toronto for me has always been a city where they were like, you get them next year, fellas. You go get them next year. People in general were good people. And there's been a transformation where they've become the same kind of dicks that Montreal fans are. So I recognize my people. We're asshole fans, the worst fans in Montreal. But Toronto's not far behind. And I saw that last year when Phil Kessel, he puts out a tweet that says, nothing better than fishing at night on a lake with your buddy. Something like that. Something that I was like, holy shit, man. Just people. Oh, yeah? What about the playoffs, asshole? What about a Stanley Cup ring? What about this? Is that better than fishing? And he's like, guys, come on, fuck off. It's just a game. It's just Twitter. And I remember being like, oh, man, this guy, I don't see him staying here much longer. That's brutal. Just abused.
It's tough being a Leaf. And, I try and take the side, and I think this is what happens when you work in the media, is recognizing that, like, these guys, unless you carry a cup one day, you can do no right. If you lost in the overtime of Game 7 in the finals, these fans would find a way to tear you apart. Montreal fans, I know they do it, but they also experience winning, so I think they can let it slide a little bit more.
Sure.
You guys had Carey Price. I mean, that's
what a night for him the other night.
What a night. I mean, what's it like when you at least have a winner? Do you poke? Do you have some fun with the other fans?
I think we do. Definitely. I've gone to a point with Toronto buddies of mine that they don't even really know what to say. Like, it's like, well, at least we have a baseball team. I'm like, all right, you hang on to that. I don't really give a shit about that. It's hockey season. We're not talking about that. But whatever helps you stay. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bad scene here, which I don't want. Like, I don't. To be honest, like, the rivalry growing up was Montreal-Boston. Like, I really despise Boston. I fucking hate Boston. There's a guttural reaction. For me, the Habs-Leafs rivalry was more of a fun rivalry.
Yeah. It
wasn't like a deep-seated hatred. I live here now. I don't like going to a bar in June and they've got baseball on. I'm like, hey, man, the best hockey players in the world are playing right now. You could just change the channel. You'll see that. And they're like, oh, I guess. What channel is that on? I'm like, fuck, come on. I'd like to live in a city where people care about hockey all year round. And I think if the Leafs start, a winning record of some kind, that'll happen. And I'll be the happiest about that.
Well, that's
It'll
cool,
be
man.
when Montreal is versus Toronto that my allegiances will show. But I want Toronto to do well. I don't want to. I lived in Chicago in 2000, 2001. Fuck. The worst, man. The Bulls stank. The Bears stank. I went to a couple of Blackhawk games. I don't even think they were at half capacity at that point.
Wow. And then 3 cups in the last 6
look
years.
at that,
so it can
right?
change around. You never
Can
know. And then
change.
again, management, you got to build from the ground up. And I think that's one of the
Have
things.
Ali Hassan live in your city for a couple of years, and then 15 years later, who knows what could happen.
So you're part of the early course, and then you can change it around. I like that. Ali, where can people go and see you, follow you? What are you working on today?
What am I working on today? I'm writing a bunch of projects, which I didn't even know I had that in me. But my buddy Dave Merhej and I just got a development deal. I don't know if you know who Dave Merhej is. So we got a development deal on a show, on a sitcom. Been working on that.
Wow.
Been working on a bunch of different features.
CBC development deal, or are you allowed to say?
I think I'm going to leave the network out there for now. I don't even know if that's something we can mention.
Is it Oprah's own network?
It's Oprah's own network.
I know. I read the trades.
Look under your chair. Look under your chair right now. They made me come in the morning and put something under everybody's chair. That's part of the whole
development deal.
I don't even have an idea. You will. That's under the other chair. So I'm working on a lot of writing, but a lot of stand-up. I was away for like 9 weekends in a row. Like we had a baby. When was your baby born?
I'm actually 5 weeks and I'll have one.
Oh, you will have one.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
I heard a congratulations. We're at 4 months.
Congrats.
So,
Boy or girl?
It's a boy. So I have 2 daughters and I have 2 sons.
My goodness, you're busy.
Quite a posse, yeah. So that's like a lot of my comedy is fed by that I had no kids 5 years ago, just a drunk going after hours when the need arose in Montreal. And then I meet my wife. I get 2 stepdaughters immediately. And then we create this other little guy who's 3, and then this other piece of shit.
How do you...
Just doesn't stop crying, man. You're in for it, man. You're really in for it. Like I just enjoy it. Go to the local, drink, and then do E all night. Maybe go on a bender for the weekend. Your time is coming to an end.
I got 5 weeks. This is my retirement party.
Much, man.
I'm like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I want like at every bar I go to them to give me a gift. You know?
Absolutely.
Ali Hassan is here. I love it.
Hey, I'm Jay Brody. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment. We read the best ones on the air.